Hello and welcome to my channel. As usual, this is your humble host Emmanuel. We are continuing our discourse on sex in marriage, and we have pointed out that sex is at its best if done within the confines of marriage. We have also said that sex is best if it is predicated on intimacy, love, care, appreciation of your spouse. But I just want to add a little dimension to it. There's need for a man who has just married to have a means of livelihood. A man who has no money most times suffers from low self-esteem and other emotional trauma because he's thinking of how to make this lovely lady happy, provide her needs. Although most ladies nowadays are also equal breadwinners, but the responsibility of providing for the family, most importantly, rests on the man. So there is need for a man to be financially independent. And if you are, you have more confidence. The money is there. It builds confidence. It makes everyone feel secure. But a family that is always thinking of where the next meal is going to come from, more often than not, even the sexual life of the couple is affected. When you look at your spouse or your wife, look at your children, and you realize that you can't even give them the basic needs of life. You have to borrow money, you have to beg. Man, that is why it is important to be careful. Plan your life. When you're about to get involved with marriage or get a partner in your life, that's a good time to first and foremost ensure that finances do not pose a problem. A lot of things come along with marriage. Children are going to start coming, hospital bills, food, clothing. So it's a whole lot of responsibility. So I want to encourage the young man who is planning to settle down with a woman to put as priority source of income, source of livelihood. Ironically, unfortunately rather, in our parts of the world, people think that they have to go to school and get a degree before they can get a livelihood. That is not always the case. There are so many things you can do to earn a living. Most times, artisans, people who learn certain trades, have more money than professional academicians, and so on and so forth. So you can learn a trade and make sure that you master this trade and then get to the point of using it to get a livelihood. You can embark on agriculture. Agriculture is also an income earner that doesn't need a lot of sophistications. Explore agriculture, explore services. Think of what you can do to render service and in so doing, aka a living. So, means of livelihood is important. Emotional independence and total independence, as a matter of fact. For instance, if you are a young man that is getting married and you are still living in your father's house, family house, it's the right time to start thinking of being independent so that the nuclear family can have some relief. Imagine that you want to have sex with your wife and one young man or young girl is banging on the door. Your younger brother, your younger sister, your cousin, everybody living in the same house. The woman will not feel that sense of confidentiality. That also can affect her sexual drive or willingness. So these two areas must be considered in addition to any other preparations. We're going to talk about a few other things that can influence the sex in marriage in our subsequent episodes as we begin to wind up the subject of sex in marriage. Just make your comment here. Keep in touch. Obviously, this is not a lecture room. This is just nuggets for you to also contribute your ideas and experience. Keep subscribing. Know that God loves you and we love you too. So until we meet in the next episode, keep subscribing, make comments at the appropriate place. I'll see you then. Bye.